Sometimes it will shut itself off after a certain period of time. So that is isolated exactly the same as your last one.
Yeah.
So if that is not been switched on, if you have a look at your control panel, the little plug now is vanished, disappeared.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so there's no electric for that boiler.
Yeah, so it has to be on there before.
So it could be that you haven't pressed, or bollard might be tripped, or you haven't plugged electric in. So if you just press that orange button, little plug should appear, and we can operate on electric now. Okay, that's it. If you're just going to come back here, then you can put that back down without trapping any fingers. Always fun trying to cushion. We will be going back under there afterwards just to see the rest of the consumer unit. Right. What we've also got, as I mentioned before, room temperature.
Yep.
Okay. If I want to change anything, press the menu button. Okay. Right. So press the menu button. It comes up with the second screen. So here we can change the thermostat setting. So depending on how comfortable you are, once it gets up temperature, it's pretty good. It will maintain that temperature, unless you leave the door wide open. Cold temperature drops it back down again. So if that temperature there, which I've just set in, is below what the room temperature is, circulation pump goes off. If the temperature in the room drops to below that, what I've set, so it will put the circulation pump on. So it's thermostatically controlled, so it comes on and off when it needs to. So it's not on. You can set it to go continuous if you wanted to, but it is thermostatically controlled at the moment. Okay.
Yep.
So what I'll do, I'm just going to bring that back up again. So sometimes 2 or 3 degrees difference before it will come back. Right. There we go. Right. So next one is water heating. So that's water heating off. Yep. So button is blue, triangle is clear. Press the plus button. That's water heating on normal running.
Okay.
Okay. So that's your normal water running.
Yeah.
On heat. If I press it again, that's boost. Okay, so full triangle coloured in now.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why it's a triangle. it just is. It just is. So if that triangle is fully coloured in, that is now on boost function. So that if you want to increase the temperature in your water quicker when you first arrive, or you want extra hot water, so if you want to use the shower on board, half an hour before you want to use the shower, it's best to put it onto boost. Right. That increases the temperature in the boiler. Okay, it will run for a period of 30 minutes. Then it will revert back to normal running, or you can switch it back manually. If you see on the main screen, which is just quite handily just gone back to the main screen, circulation pump's gone off. So what it's doing is concentrating all the heating on that boiler. If it was circulating it around, obviously it's drawing the heat away from the boiler. It's not going to give you that heat in the boiler. So I'll just manually put it back. We have a look.
So it's normally there.
Yeah. So if it's in the temperature range, it automatically allows the heating to come back on again. Or you do it manually. Next one is the energy. So that's all energy off. So this is electric. So the options are 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts on electric. And the other option is gas. So that's on both at the moment. I'll just explain a bit on that. Before, so 2 kilowatts. If you imagine before you had a fire and you had a boiler. They were on totally different controls. This 2 kilowatt now is trying to operate that boiler or give the energy for that boiler. In the summer, plenty enough energy to give you hot water. It may give you a bit of warmth in the room, you know, especially in the summer. Night time it temperature drops a bit, so it probably give you enough warmth. Okay. In the winter, it may struggle. If you compare that to home and that kettle, 2 kilowatt kettle, it's trying to heat up what litre and a half of water perhaps. This is trying to heat this room and 10 litres of water. So your kettle at home is not trying to heat the kitchen, is it? No. So it may struggle. You can try it on 3 kilowatts. If it's warm enough for you overnight in the cold weather and you're happy with that, that's fine. If it's not getting the temperature you require, you may have to operate on gas as well. So the reason for that is obviously a lot more energy. It's trying to warm it up for a start. It'll be a quicker warm up. Because obviously it's not blown air, so it's radiated heat. It's a quicker warm up. And then when it gets to temperature, it will shut the gas off. So it's not running.
It's all right. Just you press the button and it ignites the gas, and
that's it.
Off it goes.
So you can leave it at that. Thermostat will shut the gas off when it gets to temperature. It'll tick over quite nicely on electric then. Unless, like I said before, doors wide open, temperature drops, gas will kick back in again alongside electric. Brings it back up to temperature. Gas will shut off. Tick over electric. Okay. So just see how the temperature. If the temperature is okay for you, not running on 3 kilowatts. But if you need more heat, you need more energy. So if you've got 2 kilowatts and you were trying to obtain 30 degrees in this weather, it's probably not going to get there. Yeah, it'll give you some warmth, but it's not going to get there. So, but just try it. It's just
Yeah.
trial it.
Try and
see
never really, yeah.
depending on how cold it is outside and all sorts of things like that. Okay. Happy with that bit?
Has it got 2 clocks? Because you know there's a day and a night on the YouTube.
There is a
day
clock.
and
There is a
night?
clock on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it comes
So
to the
on
time.
and
you,
off
you've got a
different
clock.
times.
You've got clock and timer on here,
Yeah.
so you can operate clock and timer from there. You don't need to put the clock on there if you didn't want to. The clock, if you go into settings, there's the clock there.
Yeah.
If you set the clock takes a hell of a long time to set. It's like every minute. Press,
right,
press,
okay.
press, and it goes. It takes you a long
Yeah.
time if it's
Yeah.
way out the difference with the time. You can do that. Has got timers on this one. It's got what is called a reduced temperature timer. So if you want to time it overnight, so if during the day you have it a certain heat, and you don't like that heat overnight because it's too warm, you can actually set a timer to have a lower temperature setting over a period of time, and then in the morning, at the end of that timer, it will revert back to your daytime.
I'd like to know how that works, to be honest, because
Yeah.
I don't think we'd have it on during the night, would we?
Well, we haven't had it on.
well, no,
You know,
but,
just if it goes on early in the morning,
Yeah,
ready
but-
for us
yeah.
when we're getting up,
So
sort of thing.
you can. I can show you. There's a timer on this one. If you're operating the app, you might as well just run the timer on here than there. It's
Right.
easier to run the timer on this one to talk to that than it is the other way around. But it's up to you. You totally how you want to use it.
I mean, we'd
Yeah.
On the
probably set
timer,
it-
on the timer on that, you've got a 7-day timer. Well, obviously, you need to set the clock first.
Yeah, okay.
But with this, you lose the power on it. The clock reverts back to the zero setting.
So if you're not used it
And
for a
then
few
you-
months, it would.
And then you've got to reset it. You can get a battery for these to obviously hold that information there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose it. This one's totally different. It will obviously remember it on the app and things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But to get to that, if you want to, obviously set the clock first, and then you can set temperature. You can set the timing.
I don't know what time you want it to come on
Yeah.
and off. Like, so say we wanted to
It's,
come on
it's
7
quite a
in the morning.
straightforward
Yeah.
timer
Yeah.
to set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll manage that. It's just
Yeah.
menu home
Yeah.
menu.
You got a 7-day timer as well.
Yeah.
Prioritisation for your electric or gas, so it's prioritised to electric at the moment, so
So
it'll
I'll
shut gas off.
leave it. Yeah.
Yeah. Back screen or backlight screen, obviously that stays lit
Yeah.
unless you set it to a different setting. So you can reduce the brightness of it or increase it if you want to.
Just leave that alone. I think.
Yeah. So if you put it on dark, as it says on the tin, it goes dark.
Oh.
So some people don't like bright
Yeah,
lights.
at night
Okay,
time
this
when
does
you-
glow
Ah,
quite
green light,
nicely.
yeah.
Yeah. You can see it's still on because you can see the green light
Yeah.
inside the on-off button. If I just tap the screen, it lights it back up again.
Right.
So if it does, you could set like that, or what is called invert, which is a dark screen. Still see the icons. But if it doesn't disturb you,
No.
just leave it on what is called bright. Obviously clock, anything grey, that's something that's not fitted to this particular model.
Okay.
What you've also got, this one here, that's to do with, have you heard of Legionnaire's disease, things like that, which can be obviously bugs that can get in your hot water tank.
Right. Yeah.
If it's not getting up to temperature, that can start developing. With this, if you have a clock set, it will automatically do what is similar to a hot water boost.
Right.
Increases the temperature in the boiler, which is obviously high enough to kill off these bugs.
Right.
This one here, that's your thermostat, so that's your calibration. You can vary it 5 degrees plus or minus if it's not quite right. Back on there, where were we? That one there, mountains. If you're going up a mountain, if you're above 1,000 metres and
Can't see
you're,
that happening.
and you're trying to operate on gas, it will struggle. It needs that bit of extra air,
All right.
which that's what it does. It switches a little fan to draw more air in. So the likelihood in this country you'd have to be sitting on top of Snowdon probably.
We'll not be doing that.
Trying to get a caravan up there would be quite tricky, especially with a Monday or
Yeah.
you might
Struggle a bit.
But
Yeah.
if you switch it on by mistake, all it will do if you're below that level is just draw more gas and it'll just eat your gas, really,
Okay. That's right.
if you're operating on gas. That one there, every time I press the button it goes, you'll hear it go beep, but obviously it's switched off at the moment. You can switch that on if you want. Delayed timer, what that will do is run it for 24 hours, 1 day a week, if you really wanted to.
All right.
So say you had it at home, especially over this time of year, if you wanted to warm it up,
Yeah,
or
every now and again, just as
you could set that for a run. So it'd say start at say 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, it will run for 24 hours. 10 o'clock Tuesday, it will switch itself off. 7 days, it will repeat that.
Yeah, it's not
You'd have to be
So,
Yeah.
plugged into the electrics.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
that
So-
one-
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
We
if
can't-
you're in
we can't-
storage, no,
It's in a storage compound. We can't
Yes.
get it to the house, so
Yes.
uh,
you're not going to do that. Yeah,
No.
It'll be a long cable. Right. This one here, circulation pump. So as I say, it's thermostatic control at the moment. You could have it on continuous, which will obviously just churn the heat around the van all the time. The only problem with that is the boiler's going to suffer because it's drawing the heat away from the boiler
right,
and
okay.
boiler won't get temperature, or the risk of the boiler won't get up to temperature.
What
What we've got here, reset. Obviously that resets the boiler back to factory settings. So if you're having problems with the boiler, ring, talk to an engineer. He may ask you to reset that there. Service, he may ask you to press that button. That might just tell them what's happening with the boiler, as in temperatures and things like that. External, this Aldi had their own communication thing with it. If you wanted to control this on an app before this came along, you could purchase a box with a SIM card and talk to that on an app separately if you really wanted to. And still going. That one there, language. If you want to talk French or German to it, you can do. Depending as we're coming out the EU, I don't know.
No, we probably won't bother with that.
might not be such a good neighbours. And installed accessories. So anything extra that may be connected,
Right.
we can switch on there. The main one we've got is this one here, third-party panel. So what that is, I've ticked that is, but that will communicate with that. If that is not ticked, it's not going to communicate. So if you've got the app trying to control the heating, it's not going to operate if that's not
that
ticked.
needs to be on.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why I've ticked that now.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what that A is there.
Ah.
So if I tap on that now, it will go through to that activated functions directly to it. So I press it again, you can see that's where it is.
Right.
And if there's anything else switched on, that's what we'll do as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that enough? Too much information yet? Or?
That's information overload. Yeah. No, I'm glad you're videoing it. I think we're going to be
Yeah.
using that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So your basics on, off.
Yeah.
You can see we've got electric. So obviously, if you're trying to operate on electric, you can
Yeah.
see if it's still cold and that's not there,
Yeah,
like being is you haven't got the electric connected, it's not powering it up.
Yeah.
Heating's on because we can see the circulation pump icon.
Yeah.
And temperature. Oh, there we go. Third party fail. So what that is telling me at the moment that's so you can see that's gone off now. We've had one or two issues where it's one of these issues that keeps coming and going. At the moment, it's not stopping us using the system. We're still waiting for Sergeant to come up with a reason why it keeps doing it. So if that comes up, normally that means it's not communicating with that. But the couple of vans we've had of 2018s that have gone out, it hasn't stopped us communicating with that. So we're not sure why it's flashing
So
up
the
that.
so the error's coming up, but there's actually
it's-
no
yeah.
error. Yeah.
So you know what electronics are like; they can be quite interesting.
Yeah.
So what we'll do next, we'll do the app next. So if you want to get your phone out, if you're aware of what the app does or what can it. So what type of phone we got? Is it an
It's
iPhone?
iPhone 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So have we got Bluetooth on? Is that the first question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bluetooth's on. Right. So we need to go on to the actual app. That's the one there.
Does it only work off one app on one phone?
At a time, yes.
Yeah.
You can operate on like 4 different devices if you want to. Obviously,
got-
it's only one at a time.
Yeah, well, that's-
Obviously, it
yeah.
gets confusing. Yeah, so if you've got an iPad or something like that, you can operate on that. So
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we need to do first. So I need to go into system settings. So this is the when you first connect it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go into system settings. So as I said before, you can set the hours and clock and things like that. Date, day, month, year. The beep. Every time I press the key, it goes beep. Backlight time, which is that. You can change the timing on that. LED time, which is that. Light mode last. What that will do, which I forgot about that one, is when you switch the van off, you switch it back on again, it remembers where the light's set.
Right.
Light was at.
So it comes on as it was
Yeah.
when you were.
Or you can put it light mode normal, and it will just switch on, and then you switch it on as you would normally switch it
That
on.
makes more sense.
Yeah. So tank alarm off because you haven't got a tank. So that's obviously for different models. Bluetooth pair. So this is what we're looking for. So if you just tap that Bluetooth icon in the right hand corner of the screen, that one there. That's it. So in the moment, so what I'm going to do is I press the select button. So this is you only need to do this first time to pair it up. So it says Bluetooth active, pair active. Search for control panel. You'll see a blue icon come up. So don't press that for a second. I'll try it again. There we go. Right. So don't do it yet. But when we do it, we tap that, and then it comes up with a box saying pair.
Yeah.
So it comes up rather quickly and goes rather quickly if you're not
Okay.
careful.
Right.
So if you tap that, when it says pair, tap on pair. That's it. Because we've had it before now. Someone's reacted too slow. It's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
And then it's a
Start
marker.
again.
So we now, if we look at the bottom centre there.
Got it.
Yeah. So what that is? Oh, we lost it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tap on that one, so we can go back to the same.
Perhaps I tapped it twice, maybe.
Yeah, well, I've never done that one before. Right, so if sometimes when you first connect, it loses signal.
Yeah.
So obviously that is showing you've got decent signal.
Yeah.
So before we went through that one,
Yeah.
we can actually, if it did lose a signal, or when you first get into the van, you can just tap that one.
Right.
To have a red crossing because it's not connected. It will go to the same screen as what we've done by pressing that button. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now, we're actually talking to this via Bluetooth.
Oh, so that's right. Connection error, please reconnect.
Yeah. So that's what it's dropped out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just press done. So you should be able to, if you tap on that one now, it should come up with that screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what you normally do when you first get into your van now. Search the control panel. Blue icon comes up. Has it done it? Yeah. Tap on that. It won't say pair this time, it should be already paired. Comes up with strong signal now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, obviously as long as it's a strong signal.
Yeah.
So what we got on here, we can control. This is just sitting in the van
Yeah.
and around the van. Obviously Bluetooth is quite
Yeah.
a short distance
Yeah.
communications.
Yeah.
We can also talk with it remotely as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, which I'll show you that in a second.
Yeah.
Right. So if you just tap the first one, top left is your battery. So when it becomes clear, that's when it's
so that's it. Got my glasses on.
yeah, it might be useful. When it becomes clear, that's when you can then alter it or do anything to it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can, if you wanted to, switch power on and off
Okay.
for whatever reason. If you wanted to swap battery to vehicle, if the vehicle was still connected on site,
Yeah.
you can change the AC limit if you wanted to, or set an
Okay.
AC limit. Live data, that just updates it quicker, talks to it. You think it just talks to it at that speed anyway, but it thinks you can talk to it quicker. We've got sliders with it, which are not slided, they're just indicators.
Right.
So it tells you what the battery is doing, and mains, ampage, and things like that. So it gives you levels of that, and then solar if it's got giving it any solar. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Right, just come back out of there by tapping that one. Next one in the centre is water. So we tap on that one. When it becomes clear, that's when we can alter anything. You can see the water pump is switched on at the moment because it's blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other ones that are grey, they don't apply to this particular model.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be very cautious how you use that water pump switch. Right.
Right.
If you're outside, you're setting your van up, plug the water in. Ooh, I can do that on the app. Well, press the water pump on. I haven't closed the valve, the drain down valve. I haven't made sure all the taps are shut. The shower is still on.
Yeah.
Water's pouring all over the place. So be very careful when you switch that on. Make sure you're under control of all the taps.
Yeah, we'd be doing that on that.
Yeah.
On that anyway.
Yeah, what I find is normally when your Acheron's empty, you run outside. Oh, I haven't switched my water pump off.
Yeah.
So then you could do that from that. But when you come and fit back on again, just make sure someone hasn't left the taps open and you end up with water going everywhere again.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
Back
so
again.
the
That's
water
it.
pump's all on all the time, so if you run out of water, it won't
Yeah,
switch
you
that on.
will hear it. If the water's still on, the pump will continue to run, and you'll hear it operating anyway.
So you have to switch it off.
But yeah,
switch the water pump.
yeah. If you're going to change your Acheron,
Yeah.
top your Acheron. Right.
Yeah.
Next one is heating. Okay, so just tap it again. Oh no, here it is. I tend to be a bit too.
Yeah, trigger finger.
So what we can see here, obviously it's now blue, so we can operate it manual.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on manual at the moment, so we're talking to that. You know, that's coming up third-party panels failure again.
Yeah.
Right, what we need to do is go through to heating settings. Okay,
Yeah.
press select. We're on manual, so that is not talking to that at the moment.
Okay.
If I press that, we go to app,
Yeah.
up, exit settings. A little clock appears there.
Yeah.
Heating panel's now gone off. Right, we are now controlling that heating panel from here. Little clock icon there.
Okay.
That gives an indication there. So just coming away from the app for a second. So if we've been out with our caravan somewhere, we've finished, come home, then we're going back out the next time, right? We jump in our van, we've got to our next site, I'm going to switch my heating on. Oh, it's gone off. Why is it not coming back on again? It's because we've left it still talking with that.
Right.
Okay? If that little clock's there, that will not switch on its own. Okay, so we're on timer to control it. Okay.
I
So-
don't think we'd use that. I don't know.
No,
But it is.
I'll go for it anyway, but
Yeah.
we'll see what it is. So if you can see now, it's now gone from manual, it's jumped
Yeah.
to timer 7. You can set 7 days individual timers,
All right.
or you can set one timer that does every day.
That's what we'll probably go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you're out and about, obviously this is Bluetooth, you can also do this remotely as well, via an
Yeah.
internet signal or phone signal. So if you just press override, so say you're out and about, and your timer was saying you'd set your time to come on at say 4 o'clock because you were going to get back here for 5.
Yep.
You're at midday, it's freezing. I thought, oh, I've had enough, I want to get back to the van, but the heating's not going to come on till 4 o'clock.
Yep.
And you think, well, I want the heating on now. What you can do is press override, which will start the heating now. So instead of having to change your timers, you can just press override.
No, that we would use.
Yeah, so if you just tap, so the first one you come to is energy, so you tap gas,
Yeah.
tap electric. So what we've got now is gas and
So
1 kilowatt.
Okay,
So that's the energy we're going to use.
Yep.
The first box we come to, that's hour. So it says 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's operation time. So it will run for an hour. You
Oh,
could change it if you want to, but we're not going to do that. Centre one is the temperature. So the one that says off, if you just tap that one, if you scroll up and set it to 25. So we want it nice and warm when we go back. Press done. So we've got 25 degrees. That one we're not going to do as well. That is water heating. So you could switch water heating on as well.
Yeah.
Okay, then all we do is press start. I'm just waiting for it to talk to that now. So if you can see that there,
Yep.
that's the
It's-
override.
ah,
Obviously
yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
see that if you're doing that remotely. Heating is now switching itself on because it's now going to override. So if you remember what we set 25 degrees. We didn't switch water heating on. Energy we used was 1 kilowatt and gas.
Yep.
That will operate for an hour.
Yep. So you go back.
Then when you get back, or then after an hour, it will revert back to normal running and jump back to timer.
Okay.
Okay, or you can switch it off. So if you just tap override, that blue button there, that will go back to timer now.
Is that here, that noise?
Yeah, that's this is a compressor at the back of the shed.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's really annoying because it does sound like the van. But right, so you can see now. Let's revert back to timer. It's actually revert back to timer 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so if you want to run this manually, what you need to do then is go back to see heated settings, which I've probably just gone past. Select it, press into see manual,
Yeah.
exit, select that to exit. Little clock's disappeared.
Yeah.
I press on that now. Heating system's coming up, so I know I can control that manually now. So
Okay.
from there.
So when there's no clock, you can do it manually.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to operate that, switch it on, it's not coming. Just check that. If there's a little clock symbol there,
Yeah.
that means that you've got it on the app.
Yeah.
Right. You can just see there these two little icons here. One is the heating.
Yeah.
See that? And
Yeah.
there's a little stop symbol against
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I wasn't quick enough to show you the play symbol because it'd gone before we switched it off. That one next to it is water heating, and that stop symbol as well. So that's just an indicator if it's working or started or not.
Okay.
So it's stop symbol there. You
switch
can't.
it
You
off,
can't
just
yeah.
switch it off, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't switch it off on that.
Oh, right.
It's just an indicator to say it's on or not.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's
yeah.
a stop symbol against it. It's not operating.
No.
If it was, or it's not operating via the system.
Okay.
Okay. Right. If you just come back out of there. So the next one we've got is fridge. So we tap on that one. So when it becomes clear, right. So what we can see, we're operating on gas.
Yeah.
We're on full 5 setting.
Yeah.
Okay. We can set to auto if you wanted to. If you're at that end. Yeah. So with auto setting, I'll talk a bit more about that on the fridge. But you can see also on here is temperature range as
Right.
well on this
Yeah.
side. So it may give you a warning to say it's too warm.
Yeah.
And sometimes it will do that even on this control panel up here to say your fridge is too warm. So all them 5 indicating there is that you've set the fridge to the coldest setting you can set it.
Okay.
Once it gets to up, you could actually reduce it if it's too cold, or you just tap it to say to free.
Yeah, if it's freezing or cooler, so you could reduce that down
Yeah.
by
It's either-
just by the plus or minus.
Yeah, no, you just tap.
Just tap the number. Oh,
yeah,
I see.
Just
So
tap the number. Yeah, that just give an indication of where the temperature is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
Obviously,
Okay.
when it's optimal, that's optimal. As in,
So, and
that's the
five,
best
yeah,
way.
and five's
Yeah,
the
5 is the maximum cold
you get
yeah,
to.
you can see that now. It's just jumped.
Yeah.
But it takes a while for it to show you on that one there.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, just come back out of there.
So the green's saying it's on 4.
Yeah. Right. What we've also got is lights. So tap on the light one, or light bulb. We can change the lights. So when it becomes clear, you will see that they look very similar to these icons here.
Yeah.
When it decides to light up. Right. So what we can do, again, switch the warning light on and off if you want to.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We've got, if you can see, we've got 2 channels for the dim lights.
Yeah.
Okay. This one will only have 1, which is this. Normally the 2 dim channels is for the longer caravans.
Yeah.
Normally 2 is the one at the front.
Okay.
So
it's
you
just
see
the
the dimmers
yeah. So you slide that up
slider.
and down.
So what you can do, if you tap it, dim 2, if you tap it at 100, you can just tap it
We'll just have it.
if you want to. Just that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you can just tap it. You can slide it if you want to, but you can just tap it.
Back to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we just used them to.
Yeah. Dim 1's obviously
For
not
another
a
band,
channel
yeah.
attached to this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Come back out of that one. So that will just do the dims across there.
Yeah.
The 2 front lockers. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, what you see that one there doesn't apply to this one. That's aircon, so you
Okay.
could have an aircon unit fitted if you wanted to. Not really that useful in this country for about 2 days.
We usually go to Scotland for our holiday, so I don't think we
Oh,
bother.
right, yeah, even better, yeah. Right, what we got this one here. So that one is the remote. So if you tap on that one, so what you can do is talk to this either Bluetooth, which we're doing now,
Yeah.
or remotely via a signal, as long as you've got phone signal where your caravan is sitting and phone signal where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could be the other side of the world and you could actually communicate to your van if you really wanted to. But if you can see these at the moment are grey,
Yeah.
that means obviously that it's not connected yet.
No.
So if we come back out of there, we go to the head and shoulders one in the centre, so it's nothing to do with dandruff. Right, what we've got, you registered
Yeah.
with Swift Command. What
Yeah.
I need you to do is now put the email that you used and the password.
Okay.
So it will pre-populate all the rest. So you may not want to record him putting his password or everything. Not good at, because other people can see this YouTube video.
Alright.
Alright. So that's all you do. So once you put your password in, I'll tell you what to do after that. Okay, so just scroll down the screen a bit. The other way, sorry. Yeah, so you can see that there. Get vehicle details.
Yeah.
Tap on that. What we should see is your van appearing name-wise underneath that. You see that, look?
Yeah.
So Swift Caravan Celeste. Tap on that, and that will go jump to the top of the screen, which it has.
Yeah.
Press save. That should say done. That's it. So if we come back out of that one now, so we've now connected. Go back to the blue tile. You should see a load of blue icons. So these are the ones that just lit up. You can still see there's some grey ones. What we need to do is to operate anything remotely. If you press the update button. So what it's now doing is overriding the Bluetooth. If you had Bluetooth switched on, it's going to override that because we're going to talk to it via the internet signal.
Okay.
So if you press done, and you will see at the bottom there, so that's disappeared. So your Bluetooth is off now. We're now talking it via internet signal.
Right.
All these are now lit up. You see the heating settings,
Yeah.
lights, so all them the same. What we've also got is these other ones here. Locate, if you just tap on that one. So if you forgot where you put your caravan, so if you see there,
It knows where we are.
yeah, so there's Salop Leisure
Yeah.
right next to your caravan. What's the chance of that?
Great. Yeah, well,
Yeah, you could get the latest position, you can get the history of where it's been, select date. So obviously it's using the same technology, if you've heard of Tracker,
yeah.
which uses the same technology,
Yeah.
obviously, to locate your van. So obviously, Tracker-wise, you obviously need to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
But that, if you really wanted to, you can see where it is.
Right.
Okay, right, come back out of there. So what you can also see is levels. Levels is, on this one, really more or less going to be only your battery level. History of levels.
So say I wanted to put. Say we've been out for a walk in the country. We've got soaked. We want to put the heating on in the van.
Yeah.
Set it to come on straight away so it's warm every time we
so
get back.
override, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just tap on override.
Override. So oh yeah.
Yeah. So it comes up with that same screen.
Same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Close that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, you can do the same from there. It also gives you information on us, dealer.
Yeah.
So it gives you the phone number and website and everything else, all the contact details on that.
Excellent.
All right. What we've also, obviously, you can see all them. If you come back out of there now, what also that option gives you, if you go into handbook or that book, it will recognise what van you've got and what manual
right,
it is.
yeah.
You can upload it into your phone. Obviously, you need a Wi-Fi signal to do that because it's quite a big, chunky book. As in, you have not got on the 2018s now. They do not give the book out with it. Okay, so it's all online. You can also go on to just go straight to the Swift website if you wanted to, and it's on there as well. You can.
Yeah, all the technical stuff. Yeah.
So it is there, and you can just tap that, and it will obviously load it up onto your phone if you want to.
Okay.
Okay, or your iPad or whatever else you may have.
Yep.
Which one have we done now? Right. So obviously that is quite useful.
Yep.
ATC. Obviously you've got ATC on there. That's the one that looks like a tow ball ish.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
So I'd like to send you a note. I'd like to send you notifications. Yeah, just allow on that. So it will obviously, when you register with Swift Command, it will give you notifications and things like that via text or email.
Yeah.
ATC, obviously, if you remember from outside, that obviously controls your van if it's obviously attempts to stop the swaying or whatever. On this app, you can actually see what's been happening with it. So it's active, if it's which it shouldn't be at the moment. So it actually says status no, not known. You could put that up on your dashboard, but
So you know whether it's working or not.
yeah. But you know if it's working. If it starts doing a lot of wobbling, then you know it's
not working. Yeah.
Yeah. So be very cautious with that. Anything that's just going to distract you on the dashboard.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
It's probably it's one of these things that they put on, but
Yeah, it's a handy little
how
gadget.
much use it is, I don't know.
No.
To be quite honest. Right, come back out of there. Right, that one is to do with Swift Command, I think, or was it Tracker?
Tracker.
Tracker,
What's the command?
yeah. So if you want to register Tracker, you need to go through the Swift Command website
Yeah.
and register that, which maybe
we'll
obviously
sort that
it can reduce your